loaded up this replay and it's already starting, so let's kick this off. To the bottom left-hand side, our blue Terran player from Team Liquid. It is uThermal. And now we're going to start seeing players other than Hellraiser play for the second time in this group. To the top right-hand side from Cascade, our red Terran player is Cass. So Hellraiser ends the group on a 1-2 match score. And that's possible to move on through, but he would have to require someone to go 3-0 and then the other couple of players to trade it out in such a way that if he beat Cass, something like Cass would have to beat uThermal, and then Raynor beats Cass but loses to uThermal, like something like that, just to set it up as uThermal advances. Like, oh no, I guess other way around perhaps, or maybe Raynor goes 3-0. I don't know. Like, there's a few ways it can work out, but there's definitely a possibility for 1-2 match score ties. Right now, uThermal is 1-0 in the group, and after this, he'll either be 2-0 or 1-1, and Cass will be 1-1, which will start to make things very interesting, of course. After this, we'll have some Zerg action once again. Raynor will come back into the fray. He'll play against uThermal initially, and then he'll play against Cass as we continue through Group B of this WardiTV Christmas Invitational. Game 1 then, and we'll see what the TvT brings us. I mean, what a matchup TvT has been as of late. It's been quick, it's been aggressive, it's been long, it's been patient. We've seen a lot of bio versus bio, mech versus mech, mech versus bio. We're seeing all sorts. I really love TvT as a matchup, and we just get to see so much out of it so often. It's a lot of fun as we see the CC dropping down on the natural expansion here from Cass. I'm just going to be seeing this SCV pulling back after seeing the expansion uThermal. Just happy with the info that right now this is a mirrored matchup with the Reaper Expand taking on Reaper Expand. What's up, Norpheus170 in the chat? How you doing? It's up today as we do see the factory already dropping for uThermal. And a second Reaper on the way out. Cass will be a little bit more greedy here. He's going to go straight into the reactor and a third CC. Wow. Super fast free CC then. I mean, not even off of the 1-1-1, just off of the barracks. I mean, you know what? With a second Reaper, uThermal could already start to do an insane amount of damage here because Cass really isn't going to have a lot very early. If uThermal's able to kill this Reaper in some way, he would have a great time. The Reaper's actually trading hits right now. If uThermal gets the better end on this, but he turns around, he's going to get that shot. He comes back in. I'm not even sure he's getting the first shot. I think it's pretty even. He'll come down and fight the natural now. So you're going to see one Reaper goes down. Oh, it's so close. One SCV goes down, I mean, of course. Second Reaper coming over. 2 Marines on the way from Cass, but Marines are not the best in terms of fighting against Reapers. Especially when there's only 2 of them. The Reapers are very good at kiting and grenading them and picking them off quite easily, actually. Those first 2 Marines are ready. Reaper's still regenerating here from Cass. As the uThermal comes up the ramp, he'll get the Reaper kill. And that's important because, as we said, now he can maybe kite around a bit more against those Marines. Obviously, we are playing on the new version of Blackpink, which has this Reaper ledge as well. I mean, uThermal could even just wait for the Cyclone to arrive in the next few moments. He's seen the Marines. Already has a small advantage in that way, and just because Cass has got such a delayed factory, well, it's also possible. Well, I mean, there's just not going to be a unit out here from Cass on the factory to help out with this. So the Cyclone so early here from uThermal is potentially going to get a lot done with those 2 Reapers. That's going to be pretty deadly, actually, already. And that's why we even see a bunker being made here for Cass to hold on and to make sure he will be able to defend everything like this. Because this is really already not looking great. uThermal with 2 more Cyclones on the way. I'm even a little bit afraid of the multiple Cyclone setup here. I mean, bunker's seen. I wonder if he can just break through 3 Cyclones. Those Cyclones do so much damage per second. Breaking through happens so quick and so easily. uThermal, look at this confidence as well, by the way. Throws down the 3rd command center in position. Not even messing around. Just in location. No fear at all. Pops that down and sets it up. A couple of Rippers out front. We're going to see a Cyclone upper left just watching as well. Obviously, the in-base free base for Cass is nice as he scans across the map. Sees a reacted factory, so that's some information for him as he goes straight into Stimpack. His factory being used to build a tech lab now. Not really stuff which is going to help him to defend in the near future. That, of course, could be what kind of really sucks for him here moving onwards. Well, 3 Cyclones now. I mean, again, this bunker is so bustable. Cyclones deal so much damage so quickly, and here you go. He's got Reaper Grenades to push back SCVs. And these SCVs just don't even get on the bunker in time. And now Marines come down this ramp. Can they even fight here, though? Grenades gonna blast those Marines all over the place. Oh, man. SCVs aren't pulled in any longer, and these Cyclones just aren't dying. This one down here maybe needs to start pulling away. A couple more Marines come into the fray. I mean, there's some nice surrounds starting to come down on these Cyclones with the SCVs, but look at the damage being dealt to the point where Cass just GG's out of the game. He does not want anything to do with this anymore, and uThermal will take game 1 of this series. This here was a bit of a build order advantage as well. Reactor out Cyclones against no factory unit production. Okay, maybe not so much a build order win as, say, you know, Cass just being greedy and pulling it out. You know, he could have gotten a tank out. He could have played into Cyclones of his own. But definitely the choice of builds favored uThermal, and Cass didn't really do anything to respond. As we jump into game number 2, to the top left-hand side, our blue Terran player from Team Liquid is uThermal. To the bottom right, our red Terran players, Cascades, Cass. Spoiler, Cass 0-3. It's very hard to go 0-3 in a series which is a best of 3 though, isn't it? Yes, for Cass, from replays he has, but do not spoil. You will be banned. Literally no excuses for putting spoilers in the chat, like, literally no excuse. uThermal's amazing today, says Angry SET. He's looking good, right? Even in games he's starting to fall behind and he's looking pretty good. If uThermal ever changes race or plays that massively, he should change his name to vThermal. The V mimicking the Greek letter nu. uThermal. It's kind of funny. uThermal was playing a little bit Protoss over the last few days and on the stream, on the ladder. He was playing a little bit of Protoss, and I think he got him into GM, like I think it was like 6.1k or so. It was pretty funny, but yeah, he's just playing, but I don't think very seriously. Just embracing the meme of TvP not being very fun at the moment. I see the single SCV. Just going to take that watchtower on the right-hand side of the map here quickly. Is this Reaper going to come away through the center? And just look to see what else is happening. So Reaper down towards the lower right-hand side. A factory building up from both players here. Both of them Reaper expanding. And obviously after the first Reapers come out, we've already seen a second Reaper on the way as well. So this time, both of them mimicking each other as, ooh, Cass throws a grenade shot onto, a Reaper shot onto an SCV. And that just initially makes the Reaper fight go into uThermal's favor. And he's going to get the Reaper kill here. But a new Reaper from Cass is going to mean that he gets the kill anyways. A little bit of up and down. uThermal finding a way out of this, or trying to at least try to regen perhaps. He gets cut off in the end, and Cass will pick up that kill. Reaper back down to low ground then. I mean, one Reaper for a Reaper. I think uThermal, I'm not even sure what he got there in the end. I think he got a SCV at one point, but now he's going to lose another Reaper. Well, especially with the help of that Hellion. Cass shuts that down. uThermal going straight into the Cyclone here, now the reactor on the barracks. No starport for uThermal because he's going to reactor out Cyclones. Cass will throw down a starport, and it's going to be the difference between them, where Cass can apply a bit more pressure in in certain ways, but the Cyclones are so good now at defending. This is why you can get away with no starport. Cyclones are actually very good at defending things like drops, Banshees, Liberators, with that improved anti-air since patch 4.0. And since that, as we see this third CC being denied in location, and since that, you can kind of get away with bypassing the starport, whereas in the past you'd need it for like a Raven, or Banshee harass of your own, or Viking to help defend, or Medevac. You just don't really need that at all anymore. So we're going to be seeing the Reaper hopping around, seeing if we can go one SCV going down. This Reaper's having the time of his life though. And there's 4 kills in total on it. Because now finally we're going to be seeing the Cyclone coming to save the day, but one more SCV drops. This was really nice. I mean, that's what, 4 SCVs killed here by Cass and the 2 Reapers. uThermal kills the Hellion and the 2 Reapers. A few SCVs down already though. You can see that worker difference, 27 to 31. There's been no reason other than losing those workers for the worker count to be different, and so you can see that both players are more or less in the same place if you add on the workers lost by uThermal so far. Someone gifted me this sub, I don't know who. How can I find out? If you click the notifications tab on your Twitch, you can generally see the it should say someone gifted you a sub to Wardy's channel or something. So in the notifications tab, if you want to know, is going to see Cyclone's not able to do anything at the front, and out of position for this Liberator coming in towards the natural. Not sure. Oh, it does reach that missile turret. I mean, the missile turret isn't really needed against the Liberator anyways. You'll see a Hellion running in at the same time. You'll see the Hellion going down. Cyclones just need to come in and lock on towards the Lib, and it looks as though they'll be able to lock on once. Second Cyclone doesn't get there, so Lib staying alive for now. As you're going to see the rest of the Cyclones coming back home, and uThermal still unable to continue building this third CC, continuing to be delayed on this front, and well, Cass is really starting to take quite a lead with this one. He's currently at Stimpack, just starting up here from Cass, so Stimpack starting out. Engineering Bay is on the way up as well as he gets ready to continue towards his mid-game. uThermal obviously still mastering up Cyclones, will look to transition into mech, but he's really not having a great game. His natural gases are being delayed, and he's really not going to be able to transition as soon as you would like, and so I think he's going to have a very weak moment or two when Cass kind of hits with Stimpack and combat shields, to the point that Cass might just kill him. This build is so important to be able to have enough gas at the right time, because you need to get enough Cyclones out to apply pressure initially, and then you need to be able to switch in towards the siege tanks and Hellions in time as well. But that's very hard to do while also avoiding the 1-1 upgrades, to the point where I even feel as though maybe in this scenario, uThermal should bypass 1-1 and just go in towards the 2 extra factories right away, so you can start to build up the tank and Hellion combination that will be just that little bit better at actually taking straight up fights. 2 Cyclones taking that right-hand watchtower for just a moment or two there, and continue to come down towards this lower right side. So many tanks set up though, no way they can really get into that position. Third CC from Cass is a lot later still, despite how much he delayed this third CC. And that is something which is so vital for him then to have done. I mean, imagine he never delayed this. And uThermal would have been catching back up on workers so much quicker, and now so much more quickly, and that would have obviously gone a long way for him. As we do see that Liberator was pushed away once again. Still finding positions to try and siege up and just being a nuisance, being an annoyance, and keeping those Cyclones from uThermal split up all over the map at the moment, all around his bases, to make sure he doesn't really take any damage here in the near future. Just a couple of Cyclones just still sat out front, and waiting to see again what is next, what do they do in the next few moments. And well, I guess the answer is they find this army of his opponent here. This is going to be, well, seeing the Cyclones just having to pull back. 1-1 upgrades on the way through here for uThermal. So just, again, those up, but they're not going to be ready to help him defend. And again, I really feel as though he's just in a position where he's in a very difficult spot. Based on, based on what's happened so far this game, he's going to have Cyclones trying to fight, but again, just with how much he was slowed down, he's not really where he wants to be, and so Cass with this push, really abusing uThermal before he gets to where he wants to be. 1-1 upgrades make these Cyclones really, really tough to fight with their extra damage output, and especially with Marines hitting so frequently, it really actually helps to protect these Cyclones. And you can see now his extra factories are up and the first 2 siege tanks are popping out shortly, but it really, again, wasn't perhaps soon enough, because now he still doesn't have those tanks, as we have 4 tanks here for Cass, and Cass will still be able to maybe push forwards and take further position. Reinforcing units coming in as well, and Cass still just sat here, more towards the center. A few Cyclones over the right side. I mean, uThermal is essentially trying to set up into somewhat of a concave. As you can see, Marines, Marauders, tanks sieged up once again. Here we go. Cyclones are going to start fighting. Marines will continue to drop. Those tanks firing away, and uThermal's good type out GG. You cannot really blame him here. I mean, he's losing everything, and I think a couple moments' time, we'd see Cass. Is that as long as the ad still gets served to you, so that then your Twitch Prime absorbs it, it counts as you viewing the ad for the streamer. So the only issue with that is if you do have like an ad blocker on, you should still turn it off for Twitch, because your Twitch Prime should be absorbing subs, not the ad blocker. Now, I'm not sure if that's still true. I'm not sure whether, it's very hard to know. But in the past, it definitely was a big thing of, ads being, basically if people had an ad blocker on, but had like Twitch Turbo, the ad blocker would block the ad and the Twitch Turbo wouldn't be the thing to absorb it. And so because the Twitch Turbo didn't absorb it, it didn't pay the streamers. So I think that's how it's, I don't know if that's how it still works. It's a lot less, it doesn't matter as much now because Twitch ads are a little bit harder to block than they used to be. So it's pretty awesome. For a streamer's perspective, of course. uThermal with the proxy 2 racks. He's the blue Terran in the bottom right-hand side of this game 3. He is up against the red Terran player from Cascade. And the upper left-hand side, it is Cass. Well, going to be some proxy racks Reaper to kickstart us here in this third game of the series. And again, after this, we're going to have uThermal versus Raynor. Should be a pretty cool series. And also Raynor versus Cass to wrap us up from Group B. And right now, it kind of depends how long those games are. We'll probably do some of Group C, I think. Is my current thinking. unless the next couple of series go super long or something, I think we'll probably cast Group C as well this evening, which is Showtime, Clem, Namshar, and Strange, I believe. So I think we'll do that too. Is the current plan. That might change, but we'll see, I guess. Well, early information here from Cass is that he straight up sees the proxy, which obviously helps a lot as the Reapers will start to gather together. A bunker, 2 bunkers on this side to stop the Reapers from jumping in. Obviously that will go a long way as these 2 Reapers will come all the way to the left and jump up on this side then. And that's going to be where they hop up as, oh, that's messy of course. He pulls this Reaper back only just in time though. Reaper grenade goes down, Reaper stays alive. Pushed back in towards the middle of that there. Oh, this SCV. Oh, he kills the Reaper! uThermal. Really nicely done there, getting that Reaper kill without losing one of his own. Like, obviously he could have traded 1 for 1 there, but he doesn't. He keeps his Reapers alive, and now he's just going to go into 4 Reapers total, lift up those racks. 1 will go to Scout, 1 will pull back home. The factory building at home. But just 4 Reapers early on. uThermal will throw down the CC shortly. And behind this from Cass, well, he's starting to build up into a scary army. Well, he's going to have, I guess, only Marine Hellion. Kind of hard to get aggressive with this, so I guess he can't do much. The Cyclone now as well, as he obviously feels as though he has been able to defend and has the time to build up. And actually he cancels. The Cyclone goes on the Tech Lab. As he sees the barracks, he'll know Reaper production will have stopped. And so no need for him to be as defensive as he was before. Obviously still, you know, wait a little while longer. Make sure you do have enough to defend the initial Reapers made. But he knows that he's not going to have to stay defensive forever in this scenario. As the Starport now drops down on towards the Tech Lab. There's the Cloak, there's the Banshee. Starting to come up and getting set up here. Cyclone on the way in the main base, starting up the Starport as well. uThermal. No barracks at home, so he can't react or add double Cyclones in the near future. So the Starport is pretty much a fairly obvious thing for him to build into. As his Reapers, after pulling back home, are getting ready to fight here as well. I think he pulled a... basically just looked around the map, scatting around for like a proxy factory or Starport or something in response to his proxy Reaper play. Proxy Starport especially is very powerful, you know, something like a Liberator very quickly. Just a hit in the main base, and basically there's no anti-air up is generally the idea. I haven't seen that everything's at home for the cast. He can maybe choose to move his Cyclones over the map. For now he will not, he'll go into a Tech Lab on his own Starport, maybe a Raven to help against this Banshee, which he will now see, or maybe just Banshee play of his own, as uThermal a little bit slow to pull back that group of Reapers. And so 1 Reaper goes down. The rest of them though, going to be able to pull away in plenty of time without really taking all too much damage. So these Reapers pulling back through the center and now starting to split up north-south. Not just taking the watchtowers and keeping vision in general. Banshee is going to be seen again here, and again just nice confirmation of this Banshee moving through. And what else is happening? Just a couple Cyclones popping out now. And you see the factory going to build up a Tech Lab. I love this little Widow Mine here, just a little bit cheeky as we're going to see a nice scan. Obviously it's not going to kill the Banshee, but a second scan might be able to. Obviously he's got the vision range with that scan there, and so he is going to be able to reach with the Cyclones for long enough. Nice little move on the Banshee from Cass, trying to pull it down south, which was kind of the closer exit point to the scan right there. Obviously just wasn't quite able to make it in time, but it was a good idea. It has the, it had a good motif behind it, I suppose. As our Banshee comes in, a Reaper gets popped. And this Banshee coming over to the left is just going to push the other Reaper away. I think uThermal just misclicked his mule there. I don't think it's meant to be dropping over there. Probably didn't hit his hotkey or so in time, or accidentally clicked away and then threw it down, or some sort of thing. Maybe just burrow in the Widow Mine and he had his hotkeys messed up as well. I'm not sure. Anyways, that Widow Mine is able to get burrowed. That mule will get back to the natural. Just going to be seeing a Banshee in the main base at the moment. Is there a scan available? There is, but he kind of prefer to bring the Raven into play, especially as he's got the Cyclones anyway, right? So you can lock the Cyclones on. He's got the Viking too, so he's going to clean up. The Banshee gets 1 more Marine. Cleaned up a few of those Marines there, which is nice, but it's not economic damage. And so uThermal actually sits 7 SCVs ahead right now. He was ahead on that natural CC initially. As we do see this natural continue to build up those SCVs. There's 2 scans for the Banshee worthwhile. I'd say it's not bad considering he pushed it back without ever taking any damage from the first Banshee. I mean, it's not great to have to spend more than 1 scan, but to get the guaranteed kill, it's probably worthwhile because, like, I mean, obviously it's better to do it with, then, you know, it'd be better to do it with 1 scan. But if that Banshee then moves forwards and kills like 3 or 4 workers, or even 2 or 3, the second scan is probably worthwhile. So, yeah, I mean, it's an odd one, right? Because obviously 1 scan's best, 2 scans is better than not killing it at all. Because you're probably just going to have to scan again to kill it at some point as well, or take some damage. So I think it's, I think 2 scans is definitely a, it's definitely okay. Alright, I like this. The barracks is coming back in the scout. uThermal just going to check through this once again. I mean, he's probably not going to get it back home without it being shot down, so just comes in, just confirms his bio play, gets an idea of the marine count, etc. Just some information for him here. A couple of tanks already up for uThermal. He's actually going to move 1 tank up here, which is very dangerous. Obviously, he doesn't want that to be too far out on his own. Whoa! What was this that just went down? Oh, is that a Widow Mine? Wow, that Widow Mine blows up a whole bunch of Marines. I was wondering what that splash damage was from. As we looked away at kind of the wrong moment, I suppose. But yeah, that Widow Mine made its way all the way over there. And wow, now Reaper's actually picking up a Hellion kill as well. Can they kill these Marines? Maybe one of them. Oh, maybe the second one as well, if the second Reaper's still alive. Well, again, uThermal was the one cleaning up everything on the map at the moment. Is now we're going to see a big drop play from Cass getting set up. He's to unload a couple of Marines here and there, or I guess he could load up these tanks anyways. A couple more Marines. Okay, there we go. Cass now going to start moving across the map then. So 4 medevacs of units looking to get some damage done. Cass going to go on the all-out aggressive on this one to try and pick up this, well, pick up this advantage here in Game 3. But uThermal's moving across the map as well, but only with some Marines and a Marauder. He's actually got quite a few tanks left at home, a Raven as well, a couple of Cyclones. The Raven's huge, and there's multiple interference matrices available on this one. Right through at the moment, about to be 4. You can shut down every tank in this drop, and more, for 1 or 2. Or you could even interference matrix the medevacs and stop them from dropping for a while. Meanwhile, we're going to be seeing these units coming in to get aggressive as well. There's a nice interference matrix, exactly as we said, onto the medevacs. It just means as though they cannot drop as soon as it gives uThermal some time to get the rest of his units in position. Now he's pushing in at the front, in towards, I mean, already through the 3rd CC here. Now he just backs away, that double drop doing good amount of damage. While meanwhile, Cass's Doom drop gets completely shut down for now. He lost over a medevac for both units, like 1.5 medevacs of units now. And now he's going to have to try and drop in from a different location. Okay, this Viking will go down from uThermal. Those medevacs are getting lower and lower. Tank sieges, I mean, this is an annoying position. You know what's huge though? It was the medevac with 2 tanks inside that did get to unload, and those 2 tanks did go down very quickly without really gaining much at all. uThermal brings 2 tanks into position now. We'll be able to fight this, and he'll lose 1 tank, but for 1 tank it's okay. And again, the Marines just getting pushed back here. It means that uThermal doesn't have to worry about the presence or pressure here any longer, and he still is just leading quite heavily in this game. These Marines up top coming back over to the right hand side once again. If he actually intercepts these medevacs of his opponent, that could be huge, and he's going to find them. Cass responds, okay, just in time, but he loses 1 medevac. Second medevac gets low, but he will keep it alive. He knows that they're up here somewhere, so he can split up and try and hunt them down. Meanwhile, Cass with the rest of his army coming through, and that's something which uThermal sees with the Reaper, which will now give its life up for that scout, but it's good information. And uThermal will just begin to set up defensively as his 3rd base has just moved out and taken its position. Tanks just need to siege up here, and they will siege up right now. Upgrades are even 1 apiece. uThermal feels as though he can fight this. He just feels as though he has more Marines. Cass doesn't even try to siege up these tanks right away, and he's just going to be losing, well, not actually a tank just yet, but there it goes as it goes into the medevac that gets picked off. 1 tank, 1 medevac down. Now the tank drops off up top side. Just so many of those Marines in the medevacs of Cass still. uThermal expanding his lead in this game, number 3. He wins this, he's up 2-0 in the group. As we see the Marines going to have to pull away once again. Actually, he's not able to continue moving towards the upper left just then. Still a bunch of medevacs overhead, and you can see that 3rd CC dropping down into the location as well. More Marines and medevacs thinking about what they want to try and do here. Cass another stem forwards will just be able to grab a Marine there. Tank sieging is going to be just the edge of those Marines which get grabbed in that volley. See a little bit back and forth, not super easy to end a TvT like this one as an interference matrix stops down, and that might be uThermal's way up this ramp and into this. I mean, the tanks are sieged as he will push on forwards. He will kill everything again. Nice little move around with the Raven just to pick up that well, interference matrix.